Hello and welcome to this series on vocabulary. In this video, we'll discuss the double blank questions. So let's get started. Okay, so let me refresh your memory and what we discussed in the previous video. So you should pay attention to keywords switches that indicate shift in meaning. So if you see but, however, although, all these words would indicate that there's a shift in meaning. If you see something like similarly, hence, therefore, they would indicate that the meaning is sort of parallel, going in the same vein. The other tip could be taking help from grammar. So grammar also plays a role when it comes to filling blank. So collocation, like we discussed, so two words that often go together. So if you have dash suicide, so you know it cannot be undertook suicide. So you don't say he or she undertook suicide, you say he or she committed suicide. So that becomes a collocation and even helps you to choose the right option. Idiomatic usage, so common idioms: don't jump the gun. If some option says beating on the bush, so you know it is beating around the bush. So idioms also play a role. Now certain prepositions also go with only few words. So for example, let's say you have a choice and you have to choose from three options, and there is also a preposition kept. Now let's say options are avoid, dodge, circumvent, and let me say one more option which says refrain from. So now you know by reading that okay, refrain from is the only option that goes. These verbs don't go with the preposition from. So this is a use of preposition. So one thing especially for the double blank question is that fix the blank you're sure about. Let's say there's a question and you have to fill this blank and then you have to fill this blank. So option choices are like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. So you'll realize that okay, the second blank this can go, or in the second blank this can go. So let's say this is like this. So you know now that okay, if I have to say in the second blank what can go, only these two can go. So now you can easily reject these two options. So once you fix that okay, I have to only look at this option and this option, once you're sure about a particular blank saying that this will go, then you can reject the other option, so which eases the pressure on your head, and then you can decide between these two options. So fix the blank you're sure about. Once you know it's fixed, other options you can eliminate. Okay, and the approach, the steps remain the same. That means the first thing that we do is we understand the context very well. Context is very important. Whatever is coming after the blank and before the blank, this is the number one and the most important thing that you should pay attention to. Second is that all these hints, like we discussed, similarly, however, all these switches, and predict the missing word before you jump at the options. And third is match your predicted word and choose the closest option. And what you'll see is something I've seen especially true for cloze tests and for fill in the blanks, is that a lot of times words are not very difficult. It is your reasoning that's very important. So how you reason and then how you solve it. All right, let's attempt the questions. So let's remove the options. So he says, so the author says many teachers dash the lack of professional freedom as the dash for leaving the job. So many teachers indicate or show or tell that the lack of professional freedom is the cause, is the reason, right? So it could be cause, it could be reason, it could be rationale. So why are they leaving the job is probably because of the lack of. So they say, they tell, right? So all these words could be something like this should come here. Now let's look at the options. Many teachers cited the lack of professional freedom as the reason. Okay, seems like a good option. Many teachers explained the lack of professional freedom as the force for leaving. No, this doesn't fit. So explain and force both don't go. Many teachers claimed the lack of professional freedom as the understanding. Okay, claim, you may still would have said okay, I have an iota of doubt this could go, but then this definitely is wrong. So your life is easy. Many teachers dash the lack of professional freedom. Many teachers argued, okay, and professional freedom as the culprit. Now culprit also is usually for a noun. You say he or she is the culprit. You don't raise something as the culprit, right? So I think this option is also out. Many teachers believe the lack of professional freedom as the ground for now this ground may go here, this seems fine, reason seems fine, but then many teachers believe that something, right? So here grammatically this doesn't go, so the best option is your first option. Many teachers cited the lack of professional freedom as the reason for leaving the job. Sounds also correct, so let's go ahead with this. Okay, let's look at the second option. In the present case, the facts clearly dash that the required reasonable degree of care and caution was not dashed by hospital in the treatment of the patient. So if you understand the context overall, it's saying that your facts tell you that the hospital didn't do everything possible or didn't take good care, right? So in the present case, the facts clearly what? So facts, what do facts do? Facts show, facts indicate, right? Facts tell you something, that the required reasonable degree of care and caution was not taken, right? Or was not exercised. Now let's look at the options. It says in the present case the facts clearly reflect. Facts don't reflect, facts don't fix, facts show. Okay, facts don't show that the required reasonable degree of care and caution was not proceeded. This option is bad, this B option. In the present case the facts clearly observe, facts don't observe that it was not considered. No, in the present case the facts clearly indicate, okay, that the required reasonable degree of care and caution was not taken. Okay, so see, we almost guessed the correct one, right? This was one of our options. So that's how. So it's about just thinking of your answer first before going to the option, so that you have very good clarity. Okay, let's attempt the third one. Few professions can dash the sheer variety and constant dash of being a doctor. So it's more like few professions, I mean very few professions can sort of match or compete, right? Those are the things that can go, right? Match the sheer variety and constant dash of being a doctor. Now being a doctor is not easy, right? So sheer variety and constant struggle, it could be constant challenge, something like this, right? So let's look at the options. Few professions can like the sheer variety and constant struggle. So this is fine, but this option is wrong, so therefore we will reject the option, right? Because like doesn't go here, right? Few professions can share the sheer variety. Share, not really. The concept variety and constant enthusiast of being a doctor, no, right? So enthusiast, again here we don't really need a noun form right here. See, few professions can match the sheer variety and constant challenge. See, we are almost getting the right option, but okay, let's look at the other options. Few professions can draw the sheer variety. Draw, again wrong option. Few professions can justify, okay, the sheer variety and constant exception. No, I think best option is C option, right? So that's how you sort of come to this. So I hope you're getting a good idea and doing all of this on your own. So you may want to pause the video and attempt on your own. Skeptics would not dash that the earth actually moves, let alone that it dash around the sun. So who are skeptics? Skeptics are the non-believers. So they would not what? They would not believe, they would not agree or accept something, right? Skeptics would not dash that the earth actually moves. So they don't accept, they don't believe that the earth actually moves, let alone that it dash around the sun. So what earth actually does around the sun? It rotates or revolves? It is revolves, right? There cannot be any other word. So this is like a easy one. So whichever option will say revolve will very likely to be not rotate, right? Because rotate is on its own axis, right? So not rotate, so revolves. Let's look at the options. Skeptics would not permit that the earth actually moves. Permit, wrong option. Skeptics would not accept. Okay, maybe yes, this seems like correct. Skeptics would not experience. No. Skeptics would not assume. Okay, maybe that the earth actually moves, let alone that it went around the sun. Now went is definitely wrong. Skeptics would not challenge. Skeptics are the one who always challenge, in fact. That spins around the sun is wrong. So best option is option B. Okay, let's look at the final one. Students from Middle East and African countries have been contributors to the pool of foreign students in the university. Students from Middle East and African countries have, usually it could be, right? Have usually or rarely, right? Usually or rarely been high or low, we don't know, but it could be anything, right? High or low contributors, because we don't know, right? So rarely been low or rarely been high contributors to the pool of foreign students in the university, right? So these are the words that you can probably say may go. Let's look at the options. Students from Middle East and African countries have traditionally been major contributors. Okay, seems like a good one, but let's look at the options. Students from Middle East and African countries have conservatively been crucial contributors. Wrong. Crucial doesn't go, and definitely conservative definitely doesn't go. Have surprisingly been most contributors. Again, no. Most, surprisingly, you could have still said, okay, maybe, but this most definitely doesn't go here. Students from the Middle East and African countries have intuitively, no, intuition, nothing to do with intuition here, have annually been lucid contributors. Lucid is so wrong, right? So the only option correct is A. So this is how we use the logic and attempt these questions. So you saw that there were not very difficult words that we had to attempt, but it was more about about your solid reasoning, right? Skills, understanding, and then you're rejecting also using grammar, right? That helps you to reject the other options. So my only tip for you would be that practice more questions, and more importantly, you must have figured out that reading is so crucial. Reading helps us, especially in terms of collocation, idiomatic usage, and all of that. So thanks for watching the video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.